Hello, good day everyone. I'm Harold Tongalo from BSIT 3ANS Non-STEM. So today I am going to discuss regarding tangible and intangible platforms and the role they are playing in modern computer systems. What is tangible and intangible platforms? The best way to remember tangible platform is to remember the meaning of the word tangible, which means something that can be felt with the sense of touch. Platforms which have a physical existence and can be touched and felt are called tangible platforms. Intangible platforms, the opposite of tangible platforms, don't have a physical existence and cannot be touched or felt. Can either be definite, indefinite, depending on the kind of platform in question. Here is the example of tangible and intangible uh, platform. So basically, you have a server room, computer, satellite. No? It's all tangible. And then there you have intangible such as the applications, database management systems, web that are intangible. Tangible and intangible platforms are always together and are partners when it comes to the they are playing in our modern computer systems. Usually, there are existing tangible platforms, but with emerging technologies and innovation, we are able to incorporate or integrate intangible platforms to tangible platforms, such as smart cars. Cars are existing platform. They are used to transport something or someone, and then what we are trying to do is integrate intangible platforms such as being a smart car, which have features and functions of IoT devices, Android integration in the system. Cars they used to make it smarter. We can drive more safe and convenient, easy. Also in fuel injection, they used to manipulate the gas consumption and air mixture using these intangible platforms that they integrate in smart cars. So management of secondary storage. The proper management of secondary storage is of central importance to a computer system. Operating system are responsible for the following activities in connection with secondary storage management. Secondary storage devices are non-volatile devices where the data is stored for long-term storage. These are mainly used secondary storage devices. They provide the bulk of secondary storage in operating system today. Mounting and unmounting. For the operating system can read from or write to a disk, the file system on one of the disk partition must be mounted. Mounted disk is available to the operating system as a file system for reading, writing, or both. When mounting a disk, the operating system reads information about the file from the disk partition table and assigns the disk a mount point. The mount point is a name that refers to the disk, like C in Microsoft Windows and slash in Linux, BSD, Mac OS, and other Unix-like operating system. Free space management in operating system. The system keeps track of the free disk block for allocating space to files when they are created. Also, to reuse the space released from deleting the file, free space management becomes crucial. The system maintains a free space list which keeps track of the disk block that are not allocated to some file or directory. Storage allocation. Information stored in memory is used in different many ways. Some possible classifications are specified the operations to be performed and the operands to be used. Variables, the information that changes as the program runs. This scheduling is done by operating system to schedule input and output requests arriving for the disk. This scheduling is also known as I/O scheduling. It is important since multiple input-output requests may arrive by different processes and only one I/O request can be served at a time by the disk controller. Thus, other I/O requests need to wait in the waiting queue and need to be scheduled. Two or more requests may be far from each other, so can result in greater disk arm movement. Disk partitioning. When referring to a computer hard drive, a disk partition or partition is a section of the hard drive that is separated from other segments. Partitions enable user to divide a physical disk into logical sections, for example, allowing multiple operating systems to run on the same device. With older file allocation tables such as FAT16, creating small partitions allow a computer hard drive to run more efficiently and save more space. However, new file allocation tables such as FAT32, this is no longer the case. Protection or data protection is the process of safeguarding important information from corruption, compromise, or loss. The importance of data protection increases as the amount of data created and stored continues to grow in unprecedented rates. There is also little tolerance to downtime that it can make possible to access important information. Consequently, a large part of data protection strategy is ensuring that data can be stored quickly after any corruption or loss. Protection of data from compromise and ensuring data privacy are other key components of data protection. So, for example, mainframe hardware has a storage protection function which is normally used to prevent unauthorized alteration of storage. Storage protection is also used to prevent unauthorized reading of storage areas. Also, operating system protects only small area of storage this way. OSI model. The Open System Interconnection (OSI) model describes seven layers that computer systems use to communicate over a network. It was the first standard model for network communication adopted by all major computer and telecommunication companies in the early 1980s. The modern Internet is not based on OSI but on the simpler TCP/IP model. However, the OSI 7-layer model is still widely used. OSI was introduced in 1983 by representatives of the major computer and telecom companies and was adopted by ISO as an international standard in 1984. We'll describe OSI top-down from the application layer that directly serves the end user down to the physical layer. The application layer is used by end-user software such as web browser and email client. It provides protocol that allows software to send and receive information and present meaningful data to users. The presentation layer prepares data for the application layer. It defines the how to device should encode, encrypt, and compress data so it is received correctly on the other end. The session layer creates communication channels called sessions, which uh, sessions between devices. It is responsible for opening sessions, ensuring that they remain open and functional while data is being transferred, and closing them when communication ends. The transport layer takes data transfer in the session layer. It breaks it into segments on the transmitting end network layer that has two main functions. One is breaking up segment into network packets and reassembling the packets on the receiving end. The other is routing packet by discovering the path across the physical network. Data link layer is the second layer which establishes and terminates a connection between two physical connection nodes on a network. It breaks up packets into frames and sends them from source and destination. The physical layer is responsible for the physical cable and wireless connection between network nodes. It defines the connector, the electrical cable, or wireless technology network platform. A network platform is a piece of technology or software that connects users with other members of a community through, to create mutually beneficial opportunities, instead of simply being a tool to use within the four walls of an organization. That is all, and thank you.